Welcome to Mr. Ominous Tales. Some stories cling to the walls long after the students leave. Whispers in dark hallways, shadows under flickering lights. You've heard the rumors, but this one is different because what happened to Emily Roth was never supposed to happen again. It all began on a cloudy autumn afternoon. Emily Roth, a 17-year-old high school junior, was walking alone down the deserted hallway of Westbridge High. The flickering fluorescent lights buzzed softly above her, casting a pale glow over the tiled floor. Each step echoed sharp and steady through the corridor. She had stayed late for drama club rehearsal, something she often did, but today the air felt different, heavy and still. As she passed a row of empty lockers, a cold draft swept through, rustling loose papers and brushing her skin. She stopped, her eyes darting to a classroom door, slightly ajar, creaking gently. She hadn't seen it open earlier. Slowly, she bent down and picked up a notebook lying at her feet. One she didn't remember dropping. A chill ran down her spine. Turning toward the staircase at the hall's end, Emily caught a glimpse of a shadow slipping behind the corner. Too tall to be a student, her breath caught with someone else here. The school should have been empty. She stepped forward hesitantly, listening closely, but silence returned, thick and unnerving. At the foot of the staircase, the overhead lights flickered once, twice, then went out. Darkness swallowed the hallway behind her. Her phone screen stayed black, dead. Heart racing, she gripped the banister and climbed the creaking stairs. Each step groaned like the building was warning her to turn back. At the landing, she heard a faint whisper, not words, but a low, broken hum echoing faintly. She called out, "Hello?" Trembling, no answer. Moving to the nearest classroom, the door was wide open. The room looked normal, but the air was colder, thicker. Her heartbeat pounded loud in her ears. Suddenly, a loud slam echoed behind, the staircase door shutting hard. She spun around. No one there. But now the whispers grew louder, coming from inside the walls. Emily backed away, eyes darting along the walls. The whispers weren't just noise anymore. They were voices, distant and layered. Some wept, some laughed, and one whispered her name. Hey, lie. She ran, her sneakers skidding over the dusty floor. Every classroom door she passed creaked open slightly, like they were watching her, inviting her in. A chill ran up her spine. Halfway down the corridor, the air shifted, warmer now. She paused, breath fogging in front of her, though there was no cold. A locker door slowly opened on its own with a long, rusty screech. Inside was nothing but darkness. She kept moving, fighting the urge to cry. At the far end, she saw a figure, not fully formed, just a silhouette, darker than the rest of the corridor. Tall and motionless, with its head tilted slightly, as if curious. Emily blinked, and it was gone. Turned the corner and slammed straight into something. Not someone, but something cold like thick smoke, suffocating and alive. There was nothing visible, but the presence lingered. The air buzzing with electricity, her skin prickling all over. Then behind her came a whisper, right in her ear. "Don't leave." She spun, heart racing. The hallway was empty, or was it? At the far end, where she had run from, stood the silhouette again. It's closer now, still tilting its head, but this time with eyes, not glowing, but reflecting like polished glass. Two small, moonlit orbs staring directly at her. Emily screamed and bolted down the hall, past the bulletin board, vending machines, her locker, only thinking of the exit. But rounding the final corner, the emergency doors were chained shut with thick, rusted chains and a large padlock. They hadn't been there before. She yanked, pulled, and slammed her fists, but the door wouldn't budge. Behind her came slow, heavy footsteps, not her own. She turned, back, pressed against the chain door, and saw it. Not a shadow anymore, but something real walking toward her. Tall, human-shaped, but not quite human, with pale, rubbery skin stretched tight over bone. Then she saw the face, or rather the mask, smooth, white, with no mouth, no nose, just two round, endless black eye holes, ancient and cursed, stopped a few feet away and tilted its head again. Then it raised one arm, holding her notebook, the same notebook she thought she had dropped. With a trembling voice, Emily whispered, "What do you want?" The masked figure didn't speak, but slowly opened the notebook, flipping page by page until it stopped and pointed. Emily looked. A page she hadn't written yet. Crude, chilling drawing of herself, standing in front of the chained doors and the masked figure behind her. Suddenly, every light blinked out, plunging the hall into total darkness. Emily screamed, and then nothing. No sounds, no breath, no footsteps, just silence. When the lights flickered back on, the hallway was empty. Emily was gone. Only the notebook remained on the floor, open to the last page, now blank. Days passed. Westbridge High tried to move on, but rumors wouldn't stop. Emily Roth vanished without a trace. Police found no forced entry, no broken locks, only her notebook beneath the chained doors. The school said she ran away, but her friends knew better. They whispered about the hallway, the figure, the mask. 1 week later, Hannah Morris, another drama club student, received a message with no sender, just a blurry photo of Emily standing at the end of a dark hallway, her face barely visible, eyes wide with fear. Hannah stared for hours, heart pounding. It couldn't be real. That hallway wasn't at Westbridge. She'd never seen it before, but something about it felt familiar. That night, she dreamed of a staircase and someone calling her name from below. When she woke, her bed sheets were damp with sweat, and her phone was open to the image again. Only this time, Emily was closer. Hannah shut off her phone, heart racing, told no one. But the next day, stayed after school alone, just to look around. The same hallway, the same flickering lights, the same cold tiled floor, and at the end, staircase that hadn't been there before. Thank you for listening to this chilling story on Mr. Ominous Tales. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe to support the channel and hear more tales from the shadows.